When you do that donut, did you have to turn off docking control?
Yeah.
And how did you, I didn't see you do it.
On the steering wheel.
Oh, it's that quick?
Yeah. That's what I love about Ferrari.
With a McLaren, you can't even do that, can you? 3 steps.
And even when it's off, it's never fully off.
Fully off, yeah.
What's up, guys? So today's vlog is gonna start off with me leaving where I currently live and going back to the roots. See, I grew up on this island and I've lived here my whole life, but where I actually grew up as a child, my childhood was all spent in a place called Port Alberni. And that's where my parents raised me in the motel that they owned. That's where I went to school before I dropped out. And I can just show you some of my old stomping grounds. So we're gonna go and pick up my buddy Dave. We're gonna take it back to Port Alberni. Yo, what's up, guys? I'm sitting here today with Dave. And Dave, say what's up.
What's up, guys?
So we got some of our brand new merch samples in. We wanted to open this up and show you guys. And Dave and I are gonna go back to my home roots, Port Alberni, here on Vancouver Island. We're gonna show you some of the cool, epic scenery on the way up. This island has so many treasures. So we're gonna grab some lunch, brunch, we're brunching it. And we're gonna jump in the Scuderia and we're gonna hit the road.
Or should I open?
No, you go for it. I'll hold the camera. Oh, we got all the little goodies. So we've got, what else we got here? We got, oh, keychain. Here, key open. Oh, dude, the keychain's sick. This is going on the Ferrari key, like right now.
Lanyard.
Oh, lanyard.
Yeah. People have been begging for these.
Now we're sporting it. Boom. Good job. So breakfast has arrived. I need to eat, and then we're gonna hit the road in that thing. Into the eggs. Well, back on the road. I think our next stop's gonna be Cameron Lake, and then after that, Cathedral Grove. You wanna hold that? Thank you, sir. I tried to show you guys as much of Coombs Country Market as we could, but we're not about to buy a bunch of hot sauce or pasta or ice cream, as much as I'd like to eat some ice cream right about now.
It's hot out here.
It's actually pretty warm, isn't it?
Okay, so tell us, where are we right now?
Cathedral Grove. See Cathedral Grove on a short loop walk that takes you through out a forest of giant trees. The largest are 800 years old.
Never thought that we'd go this far. Don't stop now. Reaching for a distant star. Don't stop now. Isn't it strange how we're safe and home? Today counting days until the second blow. If you're gonna make those shades, you have to let me know. Turn the shit around, start to top the lungs. It's all you need to do.
just come down what they've classified over the years as the hump. It's the summit coming into Port Alberni, and our first stop is going to be the Timber Lodge. It's a little motel that my parents owned that I grew up in. Literally spent most of my life here in Port Alberni at this motel. So we figured, good first destination. Oh, and it's right next to a graveyard, which always made it interesting growing up as a kid. I have not been here in a very long time.
Really?
Like a long time.
I had my parents own this. I had no idea.
Yeah, 16 years I lived here.
So where did you live?
A little A-frame house just down the road here, I'll show you. It's sure changed a lot. They've completely changed it. I mean, it didn't have any of this blue tinny roof, the white, it's all been repainted. I'm gonna find an old picture of this place because it definitely had a lot more love and a lot more of a nice feel to it when my parents owned it. This is crazy. So if I can, I'm gonna try to find pictures of, I used to ride my BMX as a little kid up and down this road, and I used to, I'll show you. I used to ride it across the highway to do a jump on the other side. Come on, I'll show you. So there used to be an entrance right here, and they obviously got rid of that and made the entrance, the main entrance, down at the end. But I used to ride across the highway with my BMX. Like as a kid, my parents never said anything. I've never let my kids do that. Where you could ride across the highway and then go down the ditch and up.
That's nuts.
I had this place. This place used to be so different. It used to be all like flower baskets hanging on the outside and stuff. My mom took such good care of this place. This used to be the front desk. And then that's an indoor pool. That was great when I grew up.
That's a pool.
It was.
It's like a storage now.
There used to be a full indoor pool. 3 dining rooms, and these to all have their own names. Oh, it's still called the keg room. Keg room, the cedar room, and the alpine room. See that flat top? All that kitchen stuff still the same.
Oh?
So I have pictures of me as a kid cooking burgers on the flat top.
Do you have them?
I gotta try to find the
You
photos.
gotta find them.
Like growing up in a motel, you were like the cool kid in town, and this was a pool. Wow, just run down.
So when you had this was like
So
perfect.
nice.
Like a resort.
Birthday parties were all here.
Yeah.
I had the best memories of this place. It's weird going down this road, but it's neat to, you know, you got to remember where you came from. Humble beginnings.
Totally.
I mean, somewhat humble. Parents owning a motel, eating at a restaurant as I grew up. I could eat whatever I wanted. You know, I had birthday parties at an indoor pool. I had a pretty good life, you know. My parents did really pretty well for themselves. They went through some hard times in the recession here in Port Alberni.
Right.
Because they bought this place, and then like a few years later, the recession hit, and fishing and logging and everything went down. And my parents wouldn't have survived if they didn't turn this place ended up becoming the special occasion spot for all of Port Alberni. So their smart marketing, which I guess I got some of that from, you know, took that on from my parents, but their smart marketing is what kept this place afloat. My dad said, or they would have went bankrupt. A lot of places went out of business. Hard times. And now look at this. I got a white Ferrari in front of the new white painted Timber Lodge. Isn't that crazy?
That's pretty cool.
All right, let's roll. All right, now that we've kind of done a run through of the Timber Lodge, let me show you where I grew up for my entire childhood. It's a little A-frame house just down the road from here, about not even 100 yards. Different too. So much of the forest is gone. This was all forest. So they've obviously cut it all down. You couldn't see into Sherwood's Pit, because there's Sherwood's Pit back there. So this little A-frame is where I grew up. That was my room at the top where that door is. It's a really small house. Little storage unit on the right. I used to play, I used to pretend I was a ninja when I was a kid. I wanted to be a ninja. And my parents bought me a ninja outfit. and I'd make throwing stars out of steak knives from the Timber Lodge kitchen. Parents hated it. I'd rip the wooden handles off and put like 4 of them together, like all like this, and then like tape them, and I would throw them at this tree, and I would pretend to be a ninja, and I'd climb up this tree all the way to the top of this tree. And we had a tree fort in this tree when I was a kid too. Okay, what's next? Should we go to my school that I dropped out of?
Yep.
Let's go. Mount Klitza School. School I ever saw. Never went back. You know how many people when I left here were like, you're never gonna amount to anything, you're not gonna make it. I just pulled up in a Ferrari, bitches. Well, should we go say hi to the high school I never saw?
Absolutely.
But just hung out around all the time. My lowrider truck, trying to pick up girls, which never worked.
Escalade.
So I got a text. I got a text message from Tasha, my wife's best friend, Danielle Parker. Danielle's married to Shawn, who is a friend of mine growing up, ironically. I mean, it's a small town, it's a small island. You know, everybody knows everybody. But they never moved out of Port Alberni. And a lot of people, including myself growing up, thought in order to be successful financially, you couldn't live here because this was primarily a forestry town and fishing town, fisheries, and those industries were no longer in their prime. So I felt like I needed to get out of here. And Shawn stayed here and he became wildly financially successful. And they've done very well for themselves and they have a beautiful home here. And their son is a huge DD fan. And I've never got to show him any of the cars. So today is a perfect opportunity to go and show Blake the Ferrari and go and see their beautiful home. So we're gonna head there quickly before we go for some food. This is Shawn and Danielle's house right here. Small, humble abode. This is Danielle coming out. Let's go say hi.
Pause video. It's still playing in the dirt.
Dude, I thought you might want to come and see the car.
We have to wash you off first.
Oh, no, it's all good. He's good. I'm not worried if you're dirty. What's up, dude?
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Are you quadding?
Yep.
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
this one.
Hey, how are you, sweetie? Good to see you, Ava. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Where's Shawn?
We're in the backyard doing gardening.
Gardening?
I
I
saw your
heard
video.
you're like, can you imagine me on it? You're like,
It wouldn't pull you around.
How's it going?
no.
Good, how are you?
You know Dave?
Nice to meet you.
This is the one. This is my first Ferrari. I mean, I've had this car for going on 3 years, but it's been driven a lot. I bought this car with 12,700 kilometers, and now it's got 52,000.
Are you riding? Wait, was it you riding this?
Yeah.
Or the other one?
I don't know. Jump in. Get in there.
It's like a giant car seat.
It's like a giant car seat. Totally.
Yeah, but it's not.
It should have the
I can
harnesses,
barely-
but they only did that in the European spec cars. They actually came with harnesses, these things.
I can barely get my feet down there.
Yeah, you might need to grow a little bit more before we'd let you actually man the controls.
Wait, are you videoing on this?
Yeah.
Always.
Oh my god.
You want to be in my vlog, my video?
Yay!
I'll stick you in it.
I've already seen it. That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
How high can it go?
Hi.
what to get.
Well, what do you like?
Anything.
They have Footlong Hot Dogs here. They do. So let's read. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's read the menu. So burgers, you got plain, deluxe, cheese, mushroom, combo, double decker, bacon, and a J&L special.
What's the bacon?
I love it.
I'll get that.
That's what I usually get. Then they have a hot dog. They have a Footlong hot dog. They have grilled cheese and bacon, because everything's better with bacon. And
Here she comes.
I love this place. I'm so hungry. Can we get 2 bacon burgers?
You want cheese on them?
Yes, please. Can we get 2 orders of spicy fries?
Yes.
And can we get a Footlong hot dog? Just because I have to show everybody what a Footlong hot
So
dog
good,
looks
right?
like.
Yeah. Did you want mustard and red relish on it?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you want to add like bacon, cheese, onion, anything?
Yeah, let's do bacon, cheese, and onion. That's for here.
Right on. Do you need the debit machine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring it out.
Thanks. You okay to get out?
Is there a cool way of doing this? You gotta walk me through it.
Dude, it's a normal car. Like,
so
you
low.
just step out. Just get out.
Okay.
Just
Okay,
get out.
wait, let me start over. Okay.
What's the problem with you?
I'm just gonna go to the bathroom.
Why can't you get out? That was super awkward. That's the best feature is behind the wheel.
Crap.
Hop in.
This kid loves cars.
You like them?
How's it going? You been in a Ferrari before?
Great.
This is the best car I've been in yet.
Great.
So what do you think?
Thank you.
It takes a bit of
Same as Chinese car.
It takes a bit of practice. Here, you can stick that on there for now. Dave, do you mind passing me my wallet? Thanks, buddy.
42.
Cool. This works for credit card?
Yeah, you bet. Maybe they just pass you a couple of these drinks.
Yeah, there's no cup holders, so.
Oh, you can throw them in there.
It's alright if I take a picture? Alright.
Actually, makes for a good photo with that.
It does.
Good. Dude, this is a Footlong hot dog. Look. Oh my god, look at this thing.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Private sound in the corner.
Perfect. That was a fun trip down memory lane and a very fattening one. Well worth it though. Okay, next stop. The high school I never went to. And, but I always attended. I never went to it, but I always attended it. And it's no longer there.
No.
That used to be a school.
What?
Right here. So I don't know where do kids go to high school now?
You're kidding.
I'm not even kidding.
I thought you were joking. It might not be there.
I actually genuinely didn't even know it wasn't here. Wow, this is kind of crazy. There used to be, I kid you not, there's the old track in the background. This used to be a high school. I used to like rip in my car and my bikes up and down this road on the side because the high school ran this way, the buildings. So all the kids and the people I knew who were going to school when they were stuck in class would look out towards that street. So this street would be the street I'd take my car and like rip down and be like, haha, suckers, I'm out of school. And this is like all pre like cell phones and all that stuff. I had a pager.
Yes,
I had a pager.
Yeah, you did.
I was so cool back then. I had a pager. Wow. No more high school. Shit, I don't know what else is in here. So my last school that I dropped out of is no longer a school. The high school isn't even here. The restaurant my mom ran, that my mom and I ran together, isn't here anymore. It burned down. I knew that. We'll go swing by my old house, the one that after my parents sold the timber lodge. Well, my mom sold the timber lodge, and we moved to a house actually just at the top of the hill behind all these trees. I'll show you. Let's go. So the story.
Right.
The story about the fire department losing my license before I even really had it. Okay, so I wanted to get a really cool first vehicle, and my mom was super cool with actually helping me do that. You gotta remember, when I was 16, lowrider trucks were cool. So I knew a guy named Richard who had a lowrider truck, and I thought it was awesome, but like anything, I had a vision for it. So I talked my mom into buying me this truck. It was like 15 grand. It's a lot of money for a first vehicle. We buy it, well, I have my learners. I don't even have my license yet. And you're not supposed to drive at night, you're not supposed to drive manual, you're not supposed to drive alone. I did all three things right after getting undercar neon kit installed on my car. And I take it out to go for a drive, which I am obviously not supposed to be doing. I pass a cop on this road, just on the other side of this hill. I shut this entire, what we call this, the dip, the 10th Ave dip, the gully. I shut this entire road down for like 6 blocks of radius all the way around. I came ripping down this hill and a car pulled out in front of me right here, and I crashed onto the barriers right here. Split the truck in half, cracked the gas tank open. The cop caught up to me, punched me in the face, arrested me. Fire department had to come because there was gas all over the gully, and they had to put down that stuff that soaks up oil or gas or whatever. It shut it down for like the entire evening while they cleaned it all up. And then I went to jail for the weekend. And then I ended up having...
How old were you?
16. Had my learners. I went to jail, then I got a court case, then I went to court. I lost my license for 2 years.
Wow.
So I didn't actually get my full license until I was 18. I lived here for a solid 5 years. I had my first daughter, Mia. We lived here for a while, and while I was working with my mom in the restaurant, the one that burnt down.
Story. I remember one of the first times I came here, you would cover this in water and soap so you could practice pulling e-brakes.
Oh yeah!
You put it right in this intersection.
I threw a party that shut this entire intersection down one time. We threw a crazy rager in this house, and somehow, this was like before Facebook, social media, the word got out that I was throwing a party. It was so big, it took the cops 10 minutes to get to my door. I think the best way to describe how a lot of people probably found the location was I mowed my name into the lawn on the corner. And I have a picture of it somewhere. I'm gonna see if I can find it with my mom. But I mowed my name right into the corner of the lawn here so everybody could find it.
That's marketing right there.
It's marketing.
It's the first billboard.
Yep, right here. It said Damon right in the lawn there. We gotta go up the clock tower, right?
Yeah, we're doing it.
We're doing it. I'll grab a parking spot. Wow, this place is still here. This place has like...
Oh, they're closed.
David's Donuts.
Cardio time. I work off those burgers. Let's do it. Let's do it.
The Port Alberni, Harbor Key. August 11th, 1984. Oh yeah, it's gonna get nice and windy up here.
Yeah, wind picks up pretty good here.
Yeah, the wind does pick up here, doesn't it?
Wow, look at this.
Let me see you put 'em up. Reach the sky, touch the stars up above. Cause it's one time for the underdog. One time for the underdog. You got the world on your team. Even if that ain't what it seems. It's one time for the underdog. One time for the young nigga underdog. With a dollar and a dream. And these Nikes on my feet, trying to stay about the streets. So I'm rhyming, pulling 187s all on these beats. Instead of on the concrete, submitting my future while they were focused on what they cheap. But shit, I'm like a cheap head honcho. Tell me that it's impossible, I give it to you pronto. Been working all these late nights and these early mornings like Alonzo. So one day they'll be calling me great, just call me Gonzo. But I'm never acting, nor is anybody pulling strings. Everything I have came from sacrificing everything. I traded working 9 to 5 for the minimum for working non-stop. So my life be like a cinema screen. But in the end,